All right, guys, section 4.2 is on substitution. And a lot of this stuff you guys should have seen already or known from last year, okay? So your two steps today are going to be to isolate one variable in the equation, doesn't matter which one. So you want to get it to one side of the equal sign, and then substitute it into the other. Okay, so for this first one, we have our two equations. And remember, our goal from 4.1 was to figure out where our two lines intersect or where they meet, what their solutions are, okay, on the graph. So if you don't have a graph, you could use substitution. So here I already have one variable that's isolated, y. So I'm going to plug this into the y. So I get 3x plus, no longer y, it's going to be x plus 5 equals 25. I'm going to solve. I get 4x plus 5 is 25. Subtract my 5 on both sides, so I get 4x is 20, which means x is 5. Great. Now I need to plug that back into the original equation to get my y. Well, I know 5 plus 5 is 10, so my y is 10. So you're going to write your solution, just like graphing, as an ordered pair. 5, 10. All right, let's try this next one. First step is to isolate a variable. Doesn't matter which one you isolate. For me, I'm going to isolate x in this first one. So to do that, I'm going to get x equals, I'm going to add y to both sides. So I get y minus 2. I'm going to plug that in for x down here. So it'll be 4 times y minus 2 plus y equals 2. So I get 4y minus 8 plus y equals 2. I'm going to add 8 to both sides. So I get 5y equals 10. Y has to equal 2 then. So almost done. I'm going to plug back in for x. 2 minus 2 gives me 0. So x has to equal 0. As my ordered pair, 0, 2 is my ordered pair. All right, let's go down to number 3. First up, isolate your variable. For me, I'm going to isolate the second equation. I want to get y by itself. Okay, so I'm going to divide everything by negative 3. So I'll get y equals, and I'm going to cross it out so I know I already changed that, 2x minus 6. Great, so now I have my equation. Because negative 3 divided by, or negative 6 divided by negative 3 is positive 2, and then 18 divided by negative 3 is negative 6. So now that this is isolated, I'm going to plug it back into the other equation. I'll get 2x minus 2x minus 6 equals 6. I'm going to distribute that negative, so I get 2x minus 2x plus 6 equals 6. Okay, simplify, I get 6 equals 6. That means these equations are the exact same, so there's infinitely many solutions. All right, I'm going to have you guys try 4 on your own, and I'll come back in for number 5. Number 5 says, same idea, we need to isolate one variable. So I'm going to get y by itself up top. I get y equals negative 2x plus 3 if I subtract 2x on both sides. Okay, we're going to plug this in for y and solve. So we get 4x plus 4 times negative 2x plus 3 equals 8. Get 4x multiplied minus 8x plus 12 equals 8. Get negative 4x minus 12 is 8. I'm going to add 12 to both sides. So you get negative 4x, that's 20. So x has to be negative 5. Great. Plug back in for y. Negative 2 times negative 5 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. So y must be 13. I'm going to have you guys do 6. And we'll go ahead down to number 7. It says Jack's Jungle Gym charges $12.50 for admission and then 75 cents per ride. Patty's Play Place charges $18.50 for admission and 50 cents for a ride. For what number of rides do they cost the same in both parks? Well, to do this, there's a couple ways you can solve your answer. I know Jack's Jungle Gym, your total cost will be y is equal to 0.75x at 75 cents per ride plus your admission fee, $12.50. Well, I know Patty's Play Place, is going to be 50 cents per ride, okay, plus that $18.50. So I want you guys to go ahead and solve for how many rides they need to go on for them to be the same at both parks, all right? So you're doing 7, you're doing 6, and 4. And then go ahead and check out that homework calendar for me today,